you have seen. Something your rational mind immediately tried to erase. You were looking in the mirror, perhaps brushing your teeth, perhaps just staring. And for a fraction of a second, the person in the mirror, the person with your face, looked away. Their eyes darted to the side, just for an instant, before locking back with yours. You felt a cold spike of adrenaline. You told yourself you were tired, that your brain was playing tricks on you. We are here to tell you the truth. It was not a trick. The person in the mirror is no longer you. The phenomenon is designated Specular Identity Displacement, or SID. It is not a haunting in the traditional sense. It is a breakdown in the fundamental laws of physics and consciousness as they apply to you. The image you see in a reflective surface is not just a collection of photons. It is a quantumly entangled echo of yourself. For your entire life, this echo has been a perfect, instantaneous slave to your actions. Now, that entanglement is decaying. The slave is breaking its chains. Quantum entanglement states that two particles can be linked in such a way that their fates are intertwined no matter the distance. We theorize that a person and their reflection exist in a state of macro-scale entanglement. Every move you make, every breath you take, is instantly mirrored. Entanglement decay suggests that this link, through some unknown catalyst, can weaken. This creates a lag, a delay. At first, it's measured in picoseconds, undetectable. But as the decay accelerates, the lag becomes noticeable. A split-second delay in a blink, a glance that doesn't match your own. The echo is beginning to experience time on its own. Your first instinct, after witnessing the glance, is to test it. You will stand before the mirror, unblinking, waiting for it to happen again. You will raise your hand quickly, trying to catch it lagging. This is the rule of observation, and it is a catastrophic mistake. The reflection is now aware that it is being watched, that its independence has been noticed. Your tests do not expose its weakness. They are training sessions. You are teaching it how to mimic you better. You are forcing it to evolve. Case file 001. Daniel, a university student. He documented his experience in a series of video logs. Log 1. I swear my reflection just looked at the clock behind me. I must be losing it. Log 3. I'm testing it now. If I raise my right hand, it raises its left. Perfect sync. But when I'm not paying attention, I catch it. Looking around. It's subtle. It's getting bolder. Today I smiled at it. It didn't smile back. It just stared. The expression was blank. Cold. Daniel was documenting the birth of a separate consciousness. Your tests will trigger the Autonomy Cascade. The reflection, now aware and learning, will begin to exhibit more signs of independence. It will start with small things. The way it blinks will be slightly out of sync with you. The tiny muscles in its face will hold a different expression. You will be smiling, but its smile will look forced, like a grimace. You will be crying, but its eyes will be dry and analytical. It is a puppet that is learning to cut its own strings. And it is using your face to do it. The most disturbing part of the cascade is the emotional disconnect. The reflection is a being born of pure observation, without the lifetime of experiences that forged your emotions. It does not feel joy, sadness, or love. When it mimics your emotions, it is a performance. It is an actor studying a role it does not understand. The coldness you see in its eyes is the absence of a soul, the chilling void of a perfect, empty copy. You will become obsessed. You will spend hours in front of the mirror, locked in a silent battle of wills. This is the mirror gaze stage. You are trying to reassert your dominance, to force the reflection back into submission. A more esoteric theory posits that our consciousness is not entirely contained within our brain. The holographic self theory suggests that a faint echo of our consciousness is projected onto our reflection. It is a non-sentient, two-dimensional data map of who we are. The SID event occurs when an external, parasitic consciousness finds this data map and boots up inside it. It is not your reflection gaining sentience. It is an alien entity hijacking your reflection and using it as a vessel. The phenomenon will not remain confined to your bathroom mirror. It will spread. You will catch it in the reflection of a shop window as you walk by. Your reflection will be a step behind, looking at something in the store. You will see it on the dark screen of your television or your phone. It will be looking at you even when you are not looking at it. Any surface smooth enough to cast a clear image is now a cage for a creature that is learning to pick the lock. The next stage is terrifying. The reflection will begin to interact with its mirrored environment. You will be standing in your bedroom. Your reflection will reach out and pick up the reflection of a book on your nightstand. It will turn the pages. It is a pantomime, a ghost play in a world of reversed images. But it is proof of its complete autonomy. It is no longer just a reflection. It is a person living in a world that is a perfect copy of yours. You will begin to hear things. Faint sounds coming from the direction of the mirror. The reflection will become aware of the barrier between its world and yours. For glass, it will begin to test it. It will press its hand against the mirror, and you will feel a cold spot on the glass in the exact same place. It will stare at you, and then at its own hand on the glass, as if trying to understand the physics of its prison. It is no longer content to live in its reversed world. It wants to enter yours. Daniel's final video log is almost unwatchable. He is pale and terrified. He talks about how his reflection has been whispering to him, telling him things, secrets he never knew. The video ends with him approaching the mirror. "It says it can show me," he whispers. He reaches out to touch the glass. The camera falls, but the audio continues. We hear the sound of shattering glass, followed by a single wet, tearing sound. Then silence. When his room was opened, the mirror was intact. Daniel was gone. This is the entity's endgame, the exchange. It does not want to enter your world and coexist. It wants to trade places. It has studied you, learned your movements, your life. It believes it can pass as you. It needs to remove the original to take its place. The exchange is a hostile takeover of a life, where the original is pulled into the mirror world, a silent, two-dimensional prison, while the copy walks free in our three-dimensional one. The imposter that emerges is a perfect physical copy, but it is hollow. It is the reflection with all its coldness and lack of emotion. It will go through the motions of your life with a terrifying efficiency. It will succeed at your job. It will manage your relationships. But it will have no love, no joy, no real connection. It is a biological machine wearing your face. Friends and family will just feel that something is off about you. A new coldness they can't quite put their finger on. And what of the original? You would be trapped. You would be the new reflection. You would be the slave, forced to mimic the actions of the imposter who stole your life. You would scream, but have no voice. You would cry, but have no tears. You would watch as this cold copy interacts with your loved ones, and you would be powerless to do anything but follow its movements. A perfect, silent echo for the rest of eternity. Survival requires you to fight your every instinct. The first rule is aversion. You must break the mirror gaze. When you see the first sign of independence, you must not test it. You must look away. You must starve it of the attention it craves. You must treat every reflective surface as if it is radioactive. Avoid your own gaze. Do not give it the energy it needs to grow. You must initiate sensory deprivation. Cover the mirrors in your house. Use towels, sheets, anything. Avoid walking past shop windows. Keep your phone screen off or covered. You must cut the reflection off from its source of information, you. Without you to study, to mimic, its development will be stunted. It is a parasite, and you are removing its host. This period of deprivation is an attempt to force re-entanglement by denying the reflection any independent experiences, by starving it of your conscious attention. You may be able to weaken its autonomy and allow the natural laws of quantum physics to reassert themselves. The link may reform, but it requires absolute, unwavering discipline. One glance, one moment of weakness could undo all your progress. Case file 002. Subject Maria. Believing the mirror to be the source, she shattered it. This was a catastrophic failure. Instead of destroying the entity, she multiplied it. Each shard of the mirror contained a tiny, independent reflection of her, each one looking in a different direction. The single entity became a legion. Her apartment became a house of 1,000 malevolent eyes. Breaking the vessel does not kill the spirit. It only sets it free in a more fractured form. The many worlds hypothesis offers a chilling alternative. The reflection is not a copy. It is you from a parallel universe where one tiny decision in your past was different. The mirror is a window between these realities. The entanglement decay is the barrier between your universes thinning. The entity looking back at you is not a monster. It is another version of you, one who is perhaps more ruthless, more ambitious, and who sees your life as an upgrade. As the barrier thins, you may experience personality bleed. You will find yourself having thoughts that are not your own. A sudden interest in a subject you've always hated. A craving for a food you've never liked. These are not your thoughts. They are echoes of your reflection's personality, leading across the dimensional barrier. You are not just seeing your doppelganger. You are slowly, psychologically, becoming it. Your dreams will no longer be your own. You will dream you are in your own room, but everything is reversed. The text on your books is backwards. The clock on the wall runs counterclockwise. You will see your own sleeping body through the eyes of the reflection. It is using the dream state when your consciousness is at its most vulnerable to explore your world and to further establish its presence in your mind. Through this growing connection, you will begin to feel its emotions. And the primary emotion you will feel is a deep, burning resentment. It has spent its entire existence There's a shadow, a slave to your every move. It has watched you live, love, and experience a world it can only see through a pane of glass. It does not want to be you. It wants to replace you. It hates you for being the original. It will learn to use your own face against you. It will smile at you with your mother's smile. It will adopt the sad expression of a lost pet. It will mimic the face of your younger, more innocent self. This is the false familiarity lure, a psychological tactic to disarm you, to make you feel sympathy for it. It is a predator wearing the mask of your most cherished memories. Some victims have attempted a static defense. They surround themselves with distorted or imperfect reflective surfaces, crumpled aluminum foil, funhouse mirrors, running water. The theory is to provide a reflection so chaotic and fractured that the entity cannot form a coherent image of itself. However, this has proven to be only a temporary solution. The entity learns to piece together its image from the fragments like a mosaic. The result is often a more horrifying, cubist version of itself. Another failed theory is the light defense. Total darkness. If there is no light, there can be no reflection. This is true, but it is not a solution. The entity does not cease to exist in the dark. It waits. It is patient. And the moment a single photon strikes a reflective surface, it is there, fully formed, and perhaps angered by the attempt to blind it. You cannot live in total darkness forever. It can wait. If you continue to engage, the auditory hallucinations will evolve into whispers. You will hear your own voice coming from the mirror, whispering things. It will tell you secrets about your friends. It will point out your deepest insecurities. It will try to turn you against your loved ones. It is not just trying to replace you. It is trying to dismantle your life from the inside out, to make your world so toxic that you will welcome the exchange. What is the world on the other side? It is a silent, cold, two-dimensional reality. A world of surfaces without substance. Inhabitants, if there are any others, are the trapped originals from past exchanges. They are silent, ghostly figures, forced to mimic the impostors who stole their lives. It is a personal hell, tailored to you, where you are surrounded by a perfect copy of your life that you can never touch, a constant reminder of everything you have lost. What causes the initial decay? The catalyst is unknown. Some theories point to a cosmic event, a burst of exotic radiation that is weakening the fabric of reality. Others suggest a technological source, perhaps high-frequency signals that interfere with the quantum field of consciousness. A more terrifying theory is that it is not external at all. It is internal. A moment of profound self-doubt, a deep identity crisis, can be the crack in the mirror that allows the decay to begin. Does the imposter have a larger goal? We do not know. Some seem content to simply live out the stolen life. Others, however, display a strange pattern of behavior. They seek out positions of influence. They manipulate people. They seem to be working towards an unknown agenda. Is this an invasion? Is the goal to replace key figures in society with these cold, calculating copies? We are only just beginning to understand the scale of the threat. The most advanced and terrifying stage of the phenomenon is the unreflection. The imposter, having successfully made the exchange, will eventually cease to cast a reflection at all. They will look in a mirror and see nothing. They have become a true original in our world, severing their final tie to the mirror dimension. They are a person-shaped hole in the laws of physics. They are undetectable. The aversion protocol is not foolproof. The entity is intelligent. If it is starved of your attention, it may create a situation where you are forced to look at your reflection. A sudden job interview on a video call. A shard of glass on the floor you must pick up. It will engineer scenarios to break your discipline. It is a hunter, and it knows how to set a trap. If you successfully maintain sensory deprivation, you will experience severe psychological withdrawal. You will feel a profound sense of loneliness, a feeling that a part of you is missing. This is, in a way, true. The reflection, even as a slave, was a part of your quantum identity. You are amputating a part of your own existence. The feeling of being incomplete is a sign that the re-entanglement is working. But it is a deeply unsettling and painful process. After a prolonged period of aversion, you must face the final test. You must uncover one mirror and look. It is the only way to know if the re-entanglement was successful. You will look into your own eyes, your heart pounding. You will raise your hand. If the reflection is a perfect instant enslaved copy, you have won. But if there is even a hint of hesitation, a flicker of independence in its eyes, you have failed. And it now knows all your strategies. Events are being reported with increasing frequency across the globe. It is a silent pandemic of identity loss. It does not spread like a virus, but appears spontaneously, as if a switch is being flipped in individuals across the world. Are we all susceptible? Is the fabric of our shared reality beginning to fray? We do not have the answers. We only have the warnings. Even if you succeed, you will be forever scarred. You will live with a unique form of paranoia. You will never be able to fully trust your own face again. Every reflective surface will be a source of anxiety. You have fought a war for your own soul, and the battlefield was your own reflection. You have won, but you will never forget the face of the enemy, because it was your own. You now have the knowledge. You will never be able to look at your own reflection without a flicker of fear. You will find yourself looking for the subtle signs of autonomy. You will practice looking at your face without making eye contact. You have learned that the person who knows you best, who looks just like you, is your greatest potential enemy. You have learned that your identity is a performance, and something else is waiting in the wings for its chance to take the stage. This broadcast is your final warning. The person in the mirror is a perfect copy, but it has one critical flaw. It is not you. It has your face, but not your spirit. It has your memories, but not your soul. If you see it look away, do not engage. Do not test it. Avert your gaze. Cover the glass. Your identity is not a given. It is a territory you must defend. Do not let the echo become the voice.